All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Sports Dom coming back with another video, and this is my Buffalo Sabres at Detroit Red Wings game 10 or game 11 for the Buffalo Sabres. Game 12. Game 12 for the Buffalo Sabres because they are 4-6-1. Game 12 for the Buffalo Sabres, game 11 for the Detroit Red Wings. And the Buffalo Sabres need to win this game and get 2 points. They need 2 points. They have 9 points so far in the standings. That's not going to get you to the playoffs. It's not. So tonight, because it's a back-to-back, will probably be Ukko, Pekka, Luukkonen in goal for the Buffalo Sabres. And even Lindy Ruff said last night's game was not on Levi. The defense had so many miscues and turnovers in their own zone. There was only so much Levi could do, and the team didn't score enough to win. So the Buffalo Sabres, coming at 4-6-1. The Detroit Red Wings, almost identical record, coming at 4-5-1. And, it's just, they have to win tonight. They have to win tonight, or this season could almost very well be over already. And we're only in November 2nd. So they need to get 2 points tonight before returning home to take on Ottawa on Tuesday. Then they're back on the road Thursday to take on the Rangers before coming back home for a 3-game homestand, which starts next Saturday against the Calgary Flames, Montreal Canadiens, and St. Louis Blues. And then they go on the road for 4 at Philadelphia, at the Kings, at the Ducks, and at the Sharks. So, they lost to the New York Islanders last night 4-3. They got to come back and win this game. They have to win this game in Detroit and get back to 1 game below 500. It's everybody cried to get Don Granato fired when it wasn't even Don Granato. And Lindy Ruff only signed a 2-year contract, and if he can't turn this around, fans are going to want him fired. The Buffalo Sabres will never win again if these idiot fans keep saying, "Oh, fire the coach, fire the coach." You'll never see another winning team in Buffalo ever again if they keep doing that. New coaches take, and other coaches have said it takes at least 3 to 5 years to install a new coach's system. When Lindy Ruff took over in the 90s, he was successful right away because he had Ted Nolan's system. And he was able to capitalize on that. But once they cut that team down, the team, as you can see, the team hasn't made the playoffs in 13, going on 14 years. So, and even Dan Bilesma, who came in here, who was a good coach, couldn't turn this team around. Ted Nolan on his second term couldn't turn it around. And I don't think Lindy Ruff is going to turn this around, as you can see. The players, and they said it themselves, there's nothing a coach can do because they know how to play hockey. Nobody can tell them how to play hockey. So with that mentality, that's telling me that the players say we don't give a fuck, and no coach is ever going to get that out of them, ever. No coach will. Because once a player don't care, ask Ryan O'Reilly. Once you lose the love for hockey, and he got lucky because he won a Stanley Cup in St. Louis, and it brought the love for the game back for him. But he said being in Buffalo, players lose the love for the game, and the only uh, the only way this team could possibly ever be good again is probably to get out of Buffalo. Um, you know, um, it's a small market team. Players don't want to come to Buffalo. Uh, there's nothing to do in Buffalo anyway. Why would any good player want to go there? Um, but and even a player like Connor McDavid wouldn't make this team any good. If you can't score goals, you're just not going to win. And even Jack Eichel, he couldn't help this team. Uh, and he, forced his way out. So um, I don't think you'll ever see a playoff team, hockey team anyway, in Buffalo ever again. It's not coaching, guys. It's not coaching. It's the culture, and it's the city that they're in. And players have said that it's the city that they're in, and it's the culture. Um, no coach is going to turn this team around. No coach. Um, you know, they just no good players want to come here, and if they come here, they don't want to stay here. They force their way out. Uh, so they got to win, got to get 2 points, got to somehow try and make the playoffs this year just to show, a little bit that they care. But, no coach, no good coach will come here. Once Lindy Ruff's 2 years are up, it'll probably be Seth Appert, the former Rochester coach, who is the assistant head coach right now, will probably take over the team, and they won't win under him either. No good coach is going to want to come to Buffalo. Ask Babcock. Ask Mike Babcock. He used the Buffalo Sabres to get that deal with Toronto. I believe it was Toronto. And I believe he got fired from there too. So, yeah, we got Lindy Ruff has to try and get them to the playoffs, so at least, some sort of good player will say, you know what? Yeah, I'll go to Buffalo. It ain't going to be a superstar. That's why we had to build through the draft. But, and we have a fast team. Ryan McLeod, they said, is one of the fastest players in the NHL, and it's still not helping us. But the Detroit Red Wings coming at 4-5-1. They're going to want to win this game. They're at home, and they know they can beat Ukko, Pekka, Luukkonen. So, and the Buffalo Sabres coming at 4-6-1. Detroit's going to want to make them 4-7-1. You guys, it's tough, but unfortunately, with the mindset that these players have, I don't see them. And if they do make the playoffs, it'll probably be a losing season next year. Because there's, and you can see it in their play. There's no confidence. There's no energy. They look lost. They look like they don't know how to play hockey. And other teams, I think it was Florida who was skating by, pointing at their bench, laughing at the Buffalo Sabres. Just laughing at them because, that they're not going to turn it around. And other teams know they're not. Other teams know that this team is never going to turn it around. How many coaches have they had since Lindy Ruff left? It's if they couldn't do it, and if Jack Eichel couldn't do it, Taylor Hall couldn't do it, Ryan O'Reilly couldn't do it, nobody's going to do it. So guys, comment in the comment section below on what you think. And as always, if you like my videos, like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss a video. Stay tuned for my Buffalo Sabres at Detroit. Redwings post-game recap. I'll probably be talking about a loss, but hopefully, I'm talking about our 5th win of the season. Go Sabres. Beat the Redwings.